Welcome, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining. As you're joining, plug into the chat where you're joining from and what brings you to this call. I see some familiar faces
Yes,
here.
should open the chat then so I can see. Well,
Hello. Hi, Karen.
Virginia. Well, I'm here in Connecticut and we just got 16 inches of snow here. So it's been quite an adventure last night and this morning with the plow and the
Hmm.
shovel and
I was shoveling for the past 3 days.
oh,
We
really?
got 2.5 feet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we just got our power back on last night after 6 days. So I'm very
Wait, six
excited.
days?
Yeah, we have a generator, so it's not too
Yeah, okay.
bad. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, hope everyone's staying warm wherever you are.
Mm.
You got
Well, that,
snow last night, Karen.
that's
Okay,
nice to have get snow and then have it melt.
for
Like if
sure.
you want to ski, you can go up into the mountains or something, but at home, it's
An
nice when it's
escape.
yeah. Yeah.
uh,
In Minnesota.
Hello, Colleen. Okay, we'll get started in just a minute, but today we're
Awesome.
going to be talking about a new brand, Salt+Blue, which I'm really excited about. Hi, Kathy. Josie.
Kristen, Josie,
Hey,
Indiana.
everyone. Okay, great.
Peggy from Maryland. How you doing?
Yes, we also were interested in a full body sunscreen that was environmentally friendly. Okay,
That's the
cool.
story.
Well, let's get started. So I'm Rachel. Most of you may know me from our live events, and then we also have Kevin here today. I hope you know him, CEO of Amory Skincare. So I'm going to back up and tell you a little bit about what brought us to launching Salt+Blue. This is our sunscreen. So we have our Sun Love with Amory Skincare, and I think it was a couple of years ago, we were working on a project to just dive deeper, bring a little bit more education into why we have a sunscreen and just like what's out there. And we started looking at the chemicals, oxybenzone, avobenzene, some of these chemicals that are in common conventional sunscreens, and then what they're doing to the waters, to fish, to reproduction, to their DNA. It was pretty disgusting. It was pretty just like jolting in a way. And at the time, Kevin and I were chatting. We're like, "What are we doing? Let's launch a sunscreen brand. Like, there's nothing out there that's super clean, that is really great, that smells really good, that has nourishing ingredients, that's organically made and made safe certified, and the packaging is also environmentally friendly." And so those are all of the boxes that we wanted to check, and that led us to co-founding Salt+Blue. And so that is Salt+Blue, our brand. Full body sunscreen is the first product that we're launching, which I'll dive deeper into the formula and what makes it so special. But this is a sun care brand where our mission and our desire and kind of like what gives us this life is really honoring the connection between the sun and our skin and the waters and kind of taking that full circle and setting that intention in all of those aspects. So it's not fearing the sun, it's not saying that we need to avoid it. It's honoring it by being out there with it, using something that's clean and pure that protects your skin at the times that you need it, and then also thinking about the end result and where it's washing off to. So that is Salt+Blue. Have you want to add anything?
I mean, I love this product. I'm super excited about it. Rachel was talking about, scientists and talking about how what the chemical sunblocks, sunscreens do to the environment. I had an opportunity to talk to a few scientists out in Hawaii who really were observing some of the coral decline, and and they actually went and banned these chemical sunscreens on the islands of Hawaii, and the coral's coming back. And so
Mm.
it's a really cool story. What's unfortunate though is that in Hawaii, they can the main companies that are selling these sunscreens are now they're selling it without some of the chemicals, but they're still formulating them everywhere else with these
Mm,
chemicals. So like this is, I think Salt and Blue is just the beginning for us. We founded Anne Marie Skincare as activists, and I think now we're thinking about um, founding this in the same way to make sure that these companies can't do those sneaky things that we think is just not right.
yeah.
So
No, I love that story with Hawaii. And I love the idea of, once we launch the brand, once we start supporting NGOs that we believe in, really setting our customers and followers up for the steps on how to ban the chemicals in their county or in their local regions. I feel like that could be really powerful and beneficial. So someone
yeah,
had asked, yeah, go ahead.
and with a brand like this, which is so singularly focused, we're really excited about the path that we can take to actually make change.
Mhm.
We've done many things with Anne Marie, and there's so many products, and we're really proud of them. With this one, there is that singular focus that I think where energies can be uh, not, I guess
Galvanized.
multiplied, like organized and multiplied, and then pushed into one kind of channel of change that's really easy to understand. So I think that's just something I wanted to add.
Yeah, I love that. So someone had asked, and thank you for asking the question, Karen. And everybody, as you have questions, pop them in the chat. We will do our best to get to all of them during this call. This is just an information call where we can share the story with you. And then we'll dedicate some time at the end to answer them as well. So someone asked what the SPF was. It is SPF 30. Um, I also want to mention that it is broad spectrum. We're using a non-nano zinc oxide as the blocker, and most sunscreens are using chemicals to create that block and give that broad spectrum UVA and UVB coverage. And zinc covers both without the need for the chemicals. So it is UVB SPF 30, and it has gone through critical wavelength testing as well, which covers UVA, and the critical wavelength was well above what any of these other chemical sunscreens would accomplish. So there's that peace of mind.
And in
Oh,
terms of protection, I'll just share this. At 30 SPF, we're talking about 97% protection. At 50, it's 98% protection, and at 100, which can't even advertise on the market, at least in the US, that's 99% protection. So between 30 to 100, we're talking about a 2% variance in protection. So, and as many of you know, probably, is that, we still want to expose ourselves to the sun to produce vitamin D. So there's a nice balance of protection that I think comes with 30 that still allows slowly you to be able to produce some of the vitamin D that is necessary. And if you're
yeah,
not using sunscreen at all, the science kind of shows that 15 to 20 minutes in the sun for light skinned person will get you 10,000 to 20,000 IUs a day, which is plenty of vitamin D. If you're like medium skin, it's going to be 20 to 25 minutes. And then if you're darker skin, it's going to be more in the 40 to 60 minutes range. So I
nice.
just figured I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, no, that's helpful. And then also, I mean, sun's great for balancing our hormones, for regulating our emotions and our energies and our sleep cycles. So, sun is good. We're not, we love the sun. We just want something to protect us during those really intense rays. So, let's talk about the formula a little bit. This one includes non-nano zinc oxide, as I mentioned. It also has really nourishing oils. It has Karanja oil in it, which I would encourage you to look it up. It's an ancient oil that's really amazing for the sun. It has sea buckthorn berry, red raspberry. There's also aloe oil. And then also this one has an essential oil blend that is pretty complex, but the scent is very fresh and bright, and it kind of pairs with being outside in the sun. It includes quite a few different essential oils, citruses that are safe for the sun, elemi, a little bit of bergamot and lavender and cedarwood, petitgrain. So the scent profile is very uplifting and bright and energizing. So I love that about it. I'm going to pop into the questions really quick because I thought I saw something come through.
It doesn't have that fake coconut smell.
No.
You know that one.
Synthetic. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we have a link in the chat. The other thing I wanted to mention is packaging. I was chatting with my husband this morning, and I was like, yeah, we have a live event. And he's like, what makes salt and blue different? And I was just like, looked at him, kind of like, no one's going to ask that. And I started thinking, and I was like, well, everything out there, there's something wrong with it. And I started thinking about all the sunscreens that I used to potentially gravitate towards. And they either had packaging. I mean, they were clean, the ones that I use, but there are some that aren't that clean that are in better packaging. But all the ones that I saw were packaged in either plastic or bioplastic. And we chose to do 100% aluminum with stainless steel cap and stainless steel tube key. And we decided not to go with bioplastic because of the infrastructure. There's no infrastructure set up yet to completely compost these or recycle them. Less than 10% of all plastics are being recycled, and 70% of all aluminum is still being circulated in the world today from the first time it was ever produced. So it has the highest recyclability rate. In my opinion, it's safest for the environment. I was laying in, but we were ready to launch, and I was about to place this order for tubes of bioplastic, and I was laying in bed, and I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, we're about to launch this clean product with, and I called Kevin in the morning, and I was like, we can't do bioplastic. We have to do aluminum. And he's like, yeah, yeah, do it. And I just had this moment of just like, we can't launch a product where we just have, it's clean and it's safe and it's for the ocean. And then we have tons of it sitting in the ocean. And I feel like that's what a lot of brands have. And so, in my opinion, this one is clean, it's safe, it's environmentally friendly, it has clean packaging. The scent profile is great. It doesn't leave a white cast on your skin. It blends in very easily. It's made safe, approved, and verified, which we can get into that if anybody has questions on that. So it's amazing, and it's yeah available now.
And to add to that, I think, quality of sourcing is something that we've done really well at Emery, and we are taking that same skill for this product. And you can tell by, as Rachel's talking about all the intention that went into the product, that's really one of the main differences between any other company's product is that the quality of sourcing, the thoughtfulness, the nutritive ingredients that are added. We don't have to add those things. We could make it cheaper, but that
Yeah,
that value is built into the product, which I think is important. It's a smart, well thought out product.
yeah. No, I agree. And Rosie, you're asking the difference between our product and Badger. I love Badger. They're a great company. That's actually what I used to use before this one. And I feel like they're clean, they're pure. I don't think they have the nutritive oils because it's a less expensive product. That's the purpose of it. And it's also packaged in plastic. So that's one of the pieces that kind of got me in the beginning of wanting a clean product, but not wanting to jeopardize the packaging or sacrifice that aspect of the environmental sustainability realm. So I hope that answers your question. We do not have a trial size as of now. We just have the full size, but we're pretty flexible with our return policy. If you try it and you don't love it, just write into us and we will help you out there. Um, could you consider a lower SPF for people who live in a region where it's a short summer and less sun? We will be launching a face sunscreen that has a lower SPF, but for the body, we wanted to have it simple and have just one for everybody instead of making multiple products for different areas. And as Kevin had mentioned earlier, which if you're just now joining, we will do a repeat of this. We're recording it. It isn't necessary to go super high with SPF. The value only goes up 1 or 2% in there. So there's that. The aluminum cannot. There is a food grade seal on the inside of this tube so that the aluminum does not leach into the product. Yes, I was wondering that too, Colleen and Yvonne. Um, how well does it absorb? I'm going to put it on so you can see it. So that's the product in my hands. You can see there's a little bit, and after about 5 minutes, it completely fades. And I didn't rub it that much, kind of just leaves a nice tone. It is not technically waterproof, water resistant. That's another question that came into the chat. Um, I feel like there's a few different chemicals that would need to be added and a few additional tests, but we always suggest, applying it. It's pretty thick. There are butters in it and wax, so it will seal onto your skin. But if you're sweating or swimming, you're going to want to reapply. You don't want something that will just stay on you and rinse into the ocean with those chemicals.
Mm. And most of them, even the ones that say waterproof, water resistant, I don't even know if they can say waterproof anymore. I should check that out. Are they come off too? It's not a good science.
Yeah, someone's asking, how often does it need to be reapplied? Why do sunscreens need to be reapplied? Oh, wait, where did it go? It's because it breaks down if you don't rub it off or aren't sweating. I think if you're not sweating, you're not rubbing, if you're not doing anything, I mean, if you're out in the sun, you might be sweating. But if you're saying you're not sweating, you're not swimming, you're not doing anything, it should still be on there. But natural products go away. They're not going to just sit on your skin for 10 hours. So we say reapply after swimming or sweating. And I think it says I'll tell you in just a minute, actually, 2 hours if doing those as well. Yeah.
If dry every 2 hours, and then if you're sweating, generally 40 to 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just confirmed it's actually illegal to say waterproof on a sunscreen.
There you go. I'm trying to think what else we can share with you. Another, I think, cool aspect of this brand is that we've been diving deep into a lot of different nonprofits just to see which ones we want to support. We want to either support one once per quarter, once per year to give back to nonprofits and NGOs doing coral restoration work, protecting the ocean, protecting whales, protecting dolphins, protecting fish, just doing different things. So there's probably like 30 that we're having interviews with, just connecting with them and seeing, just who we want to support. So if you have ideas, write into us and tell us. If there's a nonprofit that you love, we'd love to hear that. We'd love to support something that you all support as well. But yeah, that's an exciting factor and piece that we're going to be doing with Salt+blue. And Grace is here as well, and she's putting in the chat different links. So we do have it available on the Anne Marie Skincare site on the beauty shelf, and it is available for subscription there. So if you do want to subscribe to it, you can do so there. And if not, you can just purchase it there, or you can purchase it at the Salt+blue website. Great, Josie. Yeah, what other questions does everyone have for this product? And also, maybe I'll do a giveaway just because we
Ooh,
do
that's fun.
those. Because I'm curious what sun product, it doesn't have to be sunscreen, and let's give away two Salt+blue tubes. Um, and maybe we'll do one after, Kev, if you have a question. But I'm curious, what sunscreen are you interested in? And then what sun care product? So it doesn't have to be, if it's sun care, it doesn't have to be sunscreen. It could be a sun care. Just share with us what you're interested in, because we have a product pipeline right now of about 5 different things that we want to launch. But I'm really curious what you all are interested in that we can plug in. After sun
After
moisturizer,
sun,
sunscreen for the face. Okay, perfect.
post sun.
A lip, I've seen that one. Oh, so many answers are coming in. Okay, lip protection, full body tint. That sounds like a dream, Darla. After sun moisturizer, after sun care lotion, sunburn, sun.
Nothing that tastes like banana. We got you. We got you.
Okay, sun, love that. Grace, how are you doing?
Good. I do have two winners.
Okay,
So
great.
our winners are Donna Edwards and Shannon Twomey. So yay, Shannon and Donna. For our giveaway winners today, I do have a form for you to fill out that I will put in the chat momentarily. All it's asking is just for your name and your email, and then I will email you after the call to get your sunscreen sent your way. So keep an eye out for that. But yay, Donna and Shannon.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Yay. Amazing. Okay, what other questions do our customers have? And Kev, if you have any other things you wanted to share, um, go for it.
I don't think I have much. It's really nice to have everyone here
Be here.
to
Yeah.
launch it. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to educate, so there'll definitely be more education um, regarding the ocean and what sunscreen and other things can do to it. Really excited about one of the potential partners in terms of nonprofit. I don't think we're gonna give that one up yet, but really excited about this one. Kind of fits our
You can talk about it.
you know better than I do. It fits our ethos, I think, in a really nice way. Rach, why don't you say? Why don't you,
Yeah, Paul Watson Foundation. So if you haven't heard, I'm pretty sure we're going to open with them. There are so many amazing nonprofits out there, but the Paul Watson Foundation is one that I've been following for about 20 years now. They had another name, Sea Shepherd, but it's a very long, convoluted story, which maybe I'll write a blog post on that one and do an interview with Paul. But they separated out and now he's back to having his own organization, Paul Watson Foundation. And their whole mission is just protecting the ocean. And they get out there, they literally get out there and block whalers from whaling. They block these people who are damaging the ocean and hurting fish and killing animals, and they physically block them, and they're so amazing. They do such amazing work. They had a very large vessel of ships, and that was in the Sea Shepherd, and then that got so corporate, and they tried to just shift everything that they were doing and keep it very low key and not activist work and try to just like get in sponsorship money. And Paul was like, no, I'm not doing this. Our goal is to get out there and physically stop what's happening and like do the work, do the actual work. And so he formed Paul Watson Foundation. And so we'll be talking about that. I had no idea of the back and forth with the two. So I'm really excited to share more about that so that customers or people who had been following one can understand the story behind it. So yeah, that's one of the organizations that we're going to support and I think we'll open with.
it was great.
Mhm.
Rach, there's some questions here. Timeline for the face sunscreen.
Yeah, we're hoping by summer.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually just got some tubes in. I'll show everyone just a sneak peek. Our designer's not here, so
she did a fantastic job with
he's
it.
probably like, I want to see them. But yeah, these are some of our tubes. So we should be launching in the summertime. I'm really excited to get these in and pick the color that we like.
We went through a whole process coming up with the name, and
I think Salt and Blue, I'm just going to say it was one that I wrote. And then the whole team voted on it. So we had every single team member submit names. And then we like narrowed it down to, I think we had like what, 10, Kev? Maybe me and Chandra. And then we sent it out to the team. We had like a whole voting process and they voted on it. But Salt and Blue is created, of course, symbolic of the ocean and kind of the Vesica Piscis is the sacred geometry here that's symbolizing the interconnectedness of the ocean and the land. So our relationship to it, in case anyone sees that there.
aluminum tube safe. Yes, it is. It's recyclable, and then there is, as Rachel mentioned earlier, there's a coating on the inside so that it doesn't leach into the product.
And this
Rach,
will be, I'm seeing a lot of questions about the Sunlove. This will be similar formulation with the Sunlove, just different product, smaller packaging. So this is in a 30 ml tube, so you're able to get a smaller size and different packaging, like actual packaging.
Shelf life?
2.5 years.
Let's see. Darla asks, do you recommend wearing the daily Anne Marie skincare products under the sunscreen, or should you use less product?
Oh, you could use the same. Yeah.
Cool. Someone recommended the Morris Foundation.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Let's see. Um, and you just answered the difference between the face sunscreen and
Yeah,
Sun Love.
it
Yeah.
will not
Yeah.
be. The body sunscreen is a lot heavier than the Sun Love. So the body sunscreen is much thicker. I think that's the best way to describe it. The face, I don't have it with me here, the Sun Love, but it goes on a little bit thinner. It's more blendable for your face, and then the body is just a little bit thicker. It's also your skin's a little bit rougher on your body, so you can rub in a little bit more intense. Hmm. Sean, we don't at this moment, but I like that.
I do.
$33 is the price for the tube. If you buy multiples, you get a discount. So check out the bundles there.
We do have a get the product in a local store
Oh yeah.
PDF. So we're trying to do boots on the ground kind of deal here where you can we provide a PDF for you that you can print out, bring it to your store, and talk to them about the product if you love it, and hopefully they'll contact us. But
Hmm.
that's not the same as the ambassador program, but it is one way that you can help kind of join this mission that we're doing.
Yeah. Trying to think of other things.
Yeah, Grace shared it right there.
Um, SPF of the face will be 20 as well. So body is 30, face is 20. And then after that, we have plans for a couple of sun care body products, but then also in the future, I want to have one dedicated for babies in the sense that there's no essential oils. Maybe there's no extra nourishing oils. Instead, they're more gentle, like calendula or chamomile, things that are soothing for babies. So it's not to say that other ones aren't okay for babies, but this will be solely formulated for babies. And then possibly a sport one. I know, Kev, you want that one. And then lip
Hmm.
has been on the mind. It is quite a lot of money to launch one sunscreen brand for all the testing, all the compliance, the FDA registration. It's an OTC product, so we're moving slowly and figuring out the best route for all of that.
Diane, I
It,
just talked to Chris about about this.
yeah,
He's a good buddy of mine. We lived in Berkeley together and spent a lot of time together. So yeah. So you'll stay tuned.
I love that.
He's a good
I think I
dude.
just tagged you. Did you talk to Chris yet?
Yeah, I did. I did. I talked to him. I talked to
That's
him.
great.
Yeah.
There will be a discount for subscriptions. I believe so. I think it's 10% on the site. Um, Grace, did you put that link in there? I think you did earlier.
Well, Carol, excited that you can use the product. I
Yeah,
appreciate that. That's great. Thanks for sharing.
great. Okay, I'm just scrolling through here. Global Coral Reef Foundation. And someone's asking using this versus Sun Love. It just depends what you're using it for. If you're wanting a face sunscreen, then Sun Love, because it is a little bit thinner, I would try it out. This can be used on your neck, chest. It could be used on your face if you wanted to. It's just a little bit thicker. So feel the texture, see how you feel about it. I don't know if I would want it on my face. I think I would personally prefer to use Sun Love because I like having my face a little bit thinner. I mean, but like touching my hand right now, it's not tacky. You can see how I'm able to move it and glide it. It's very smooth. It has like a matte feel to it. So it isn't tacky, which is a nice thing.
Shelf life once it's open. I actually don't know.
Yeah, once it's open, I don't know
We're new to
about,
this.
yeah. And we actually just started adding to our board to start creating just some information around once a product is open. Because it's an aluminum tube, the shelf life, once it's open, the stability will stay a lot longer because no air is getting into it. So that's one of the benefits of using this. But, 2 years is the actual shelf life. Once you open it, I don't see it going quicker than the actual shelf life in this packaging. If it's just sitting in the hot sun and you have the cap off and it's open and air is getting into it, maybe you're shoving sand in there at the beach. I can't guarantee it's going to be 2 years. Just take care of it, but it should be 2 years. Yes, and zinc is dirty. You're welcome. Oh yeah, try it on your face. I think like a lot of our customers might have drier skin and they might actually really love it on their face. My skin's not as dry, so I personally wouldn't, but there's no problem with putting it on your face. I don't see any issue with doing that as long as you're okay with something thicker.
Well, we just sponsored an event in South Carolina. Is that correct? Yeah, South
Oh
Carolina.
yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah.
there were about 130 people there, and there was plenty of people using it on their face. So
There you go.
definitely saw it. Um, they didn't have that like, you know, white ghost kind of look, and so you know, they were enjoying it.
Perfect.
That was the feedback that Andrea and I got.
Okay, and then Grace wrote in the chat as well that she's worn it on her face and she likes it. Yeah, I would try it if, yeah. I mean, it's $33 for a large tube. Can't go wrong. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Katie. Okay, great. Thanks, Emily.
We were in Hilton Head, Maureen. It was a little private kind of thing, um, but it was fun. Hilton Head.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll finish up in just another minute. I'm going to wait 1 minute in case there's any other lingering questions that you might have. And if you don't get a chance to ask them here, you can just write in. Our customer service team will help you. And we're really excited to see where this goes and how this grows. Also, check out the Instagram Salt and Blue. I think we shared a little video. We had an intention setting last week to call in kind of what we want to create with this new brand and the collective consciousness. So I hope that you all check that out and support it. Yeah, that's a great idea, Vesna.
Vesna. For now, we I really like No Bite Me um, for that type of product. I don't know if you've seen it before, but that's we've looked into this. I don't know where we're at with it, but we've definitely looked into that natural bug spray. But No Bite Me is I think a pretty excellent product that we've used for years here.
Sweet. Okay. Well, thanks, Kevin, for popping on. And thanks, everyone. Good to see everyone's faces. We will talk to you soon. Bye.
Great. Thanks, everyone.